according to the children, one of them said that they saw the father hit the mother. And that's...
And yeah, I mean, that's what I read. Like I said, I didn't review the transcript, but that's, according to what I read, that's what the testimony they said. That's the way we referred it. That's what they said.
All right, so as you were talking about that, I'm thinking, well, what if this starts to really blow up? They open up a whole can of worms. Whether it's true or not, they're under oath to talk about these things in court. Now, the kids may be underage, but what happens here now is, how do they prove that the father did hit the mother or didn't? Because they can't just let that statement go.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. I mean, and that's what can be so insidious about this alienation. So take, for example, mom or dad, for that matter, walks into court, files an application for supervised visits or for no visits at all for the other parent, alleging, substance abuse or domestic violence or neglect or abuse of the children. Obviously, they need to swear to that document when they file it, and presumably the judge, if they believe it's appropriate, can put them under oath and elicit testimony about that. But a lot of times they'll walk into court, and at the initial appearance, they'll issue an order for no visits. I mean, I say a lot of times, but, it's not the vast majority, but that's such an extreme step to take without actually hearing any evidence. So it sounds like this judge listened to some evidence and made her ruling based on that. But, I couldn't imagine she believed the child when the child said the father had hit the mother in their presence, and that was the reason why they didn't want visits. And then thereafter, court ordered the visits and ultimately held them in juvenile detention facility for not complying with her order. But these cases are... they're very difficult situations, and I think it's very important that the judges in these cases elicit some testimony. That's your best tool to use as a judge to actually know what happened. Do you have a crystal ball or a truth serum? No. But you'd be surprised when you're trained to actually determine who's credible and who's not, how you can ferret out the truth in these cases if you simply take the time to hear the evidence. It could be that the father did, in fact, hit the mother in the presence of these kids, and they're legitimately scared of him. It could also be a situation where they're simply making up stories, and as a result, you break any relationship, that tie between mother and child or father and child, based on allegations that are ultimately proven to be bogus. So it's a scary situation, very difficult.
For more on this and other topics, any questions you have for Dennis?
drvetranolaw.com. That's drvetranolaw.com.